welcome to Sensory Art. I'm super excited for you guys to be joining me today, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what is to come. Um, Basically, I'm just pumped for these activities. Before we do them, though, I would like us to do a warm-up kind of activity. It's more of just a check-in to see where you're at, and then a little bit of a get to know you. So I'm gonna go through every question. I guess I'll provide some answers to them as well. And if you guys want to stop and pause them after I give the answers, you're welcome to do that. You guys can also listen to them all and then answer them. And by answers, I mean my answers. You guys will have totally different ones or somewhat similar, but it's up to you because these are just your opinion kind of thing or your thoughts and preferences. And then we will get into your sensory art stuff that you'll be doing. We only have a few questions and they're not that difficult, but I do want you guys to answer them to the best of your ability and truthfully or honestly and whatever you're actually thinking. And so the first one is, how are you feeling today? So today I would say I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pumped and it's a nice day, so that's super nice for me. I was able to spend some time outside, put on some sunscreen because I was afraid to get burned, so that's always a good sign for me. So yes, question 1, how are you feeling today? Question 2, what do you do to relax? For me, I like to read a book, play with some sensory items, or just kind of get away from people. Or sometimes if it's like I need people, I like seek my family or friends. All things that help me relax. Sometimes just laying down does it too. So question 2, what helps you relax, or what do you do to relax? Question 3, what is your happy place? This question, I would like you guys to answer like 2 parts of it. So the question I just asked is one part, but I'm adding to it. So in your house, what is your happy place? And then in your mind, what is your happy place? So in my house, I guess I actually have 2 happy places. Happy place 1 would be my bedroom because it is all things me. And it is kind of my place. So I can go there and know that no one else will be there and won't be interrupted. Or if I am, I'll probably get a knock in a warning before someone comes in. And my other happy place in my house would probably be the family room where other people are in my family are located. So I actually want to be around them and seek interaction. That is probably my other happy place, and it's a probably 50-50 chance, and those will be the 2 places you'll find me. And then in my mind, my happy place would be somewhere on the beach where waves are crashing on, and you can hear the sound of it going shh. There's a light breeze because I am not a huge fan of the heat and tend to overheat, so I need a nice breeze and a little shade. And you can hear the birds chirping, and you can see dolphins hopping the waves. That would probably be my happy place. Very specific. And then the last question I want you guys to answer is, what is your favorite animal? So this one is hard for me because I have 3. Dolphins have always been my favorite animal since I was like little. And then I love panda bears, and I also love dogs. I have 2 dogs at home, and they're just the most amazing thing ever. And they also help me relax. So they will give you love, they'll cuddle with you. They're amazing. I also do like cats. We have a cat. It's my sister's, but more of a dog person. The cat's awesome, and she's amazing. And when she's not being a cat. She grew up with dogs, so sometimes she thinks she's a dog. So yes, those are the 4 questions I have. How are you feeling today? What do you do to relax? What is your happy place? And what is your favorite animal? So if you didn't pause and answer them already, please do, and then you can continue on to the sensory activities we have today. So to start today, we are going to make a sensory water bottle, and it's very simple. The one I'm making is very simple, and it's super fun, and it's going to be super cool, and it requires only a few ingredients. I have linked several other websites which can show you and give you ingredients and directions for more, it's a little different and more sensory bottles. But today, ours is going to be super fun. So to start, you need a water bottle. Any plastic water bottle works. Some people like to use wide mouth ones, so like Voss water bottles, but those are not necessary. So I'm just using this water bottle. You need vegetable oil. Canola oil also works. Some food coloring, and then water. So I am going to go through the directions and create one of these with you guys. So to start, we have our water bottle. It is empty because I drank the water. And what you're going to do after that is you're going to take the peel off. That way you can see all the way through it. If your peel leaves a little mark or a sticky spot, mine is a sticky spot, we're not going to worry about it. You can take nail polish remover, rubbing alcohol, and just rub it off, and it'll come off real nice and easily. Okay, we're going to put this aside now that we have it. The next thing we do is we're going to grab a measuring cup, or you're just going to grab a cup with water. I did a measuring cup, a liquid one, because it has a nice little spout that I can pour right into the water bottle. And then you're going to grab some food coloring. You don't need food coloring, but it is fun. And you're going to choose your color. So I have purple, pink, a blue, and an orange. My favorite color is blue, so we're going to go with this one. And test it out. So you just need a few drops, however many you want. The intense or depth of the color you're thinking. So I'm going to start 2 and just kind of mix it up and see how it looks. Are you seeing this? Alright. So I have mixed it up and it's this color now. Perfect. Let's put the spoon down. So now I'm going to take the lid off and fill the water bottle to about 1/3 of the way. So I'm guessing about here-ish. And then the rest will be filled with oil. But wish me luck that I don't spill any. So now you just pour it in. Alright. I would say that's about 1/3 of the way. We'll add a little bit more just in case. I feel like it doesn't hurt to have too much water. We'll just add it all. I guess we're going with half, which works. So now that we have this, you then add the oil. For this, I'm also going to use the measuring cup, and I had this pretty full, so probably about a cup works. So we're just gonna add the olive oil, or sorry, vegetable oil. Okay, so the next move or step is to fill this up with a little bit of vegetable oil, and you're gonna fill this water bottle up basically to the top with vegetable oil, because this does not work as well if there's air or excess space. Before we move on, what are your guesses that's going to happen? Do you think it's going to mix together? Just a thought, a question. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm going to pour some vegetable oil in here and then pour it into my water bottle. Alright, let's see how much that gives me. Again, if you have a little mouth water bottle like I do, it is nice to have this little spout to add in there, just because it makes pouring very, very easy. It's looking pretty cool right now. Alright, well that wasn't enough. So we're going to add more vegetable oil into this cup. Okay, let's try again. Let's add a little bit more. Okay, I think one more pour of this and we'll be good to go. Alright, so it does require a little bit of vegetable oil, but that is okay. Not too much, I think it's about that. So just under a cup, I would say. Okay. Dang it, I was off a little bit more. I'd rather have, to keep adding this than to have too much because I don't want to overfill it. There we go. That's good. Alright, before I put the lid on, I just want to show you. It is filled all the way to like here, so pretty much to the top. So now, once I find the lid, here it is, we're going to put it on. Now that the lid is on, I am going to bring it back here and put some tape on it. I do not have glue or hot glue or any fast drying glue to put on here, but I do recommend it, that or tape, just so that way if you're shaking it or moving it, no liquids come flying out. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape in here, just wrap it around, a little bit. There we go. Lid has been taped. So we have this. Now it might not look like much, but you can shake it. And you get this cool little thing going right here. I don't know if you can see it. And after a while, it will all separate again. So you can just kind of go like this. And it goes up and down. You can also put sparkles into the watered area, but it's pretty cool to see how it separates and the colors that it makes, because you can see when it's combined. It's a lighter blue, and it's just super cool and fun. And if you're ever feeling like you just need a little break and a little shake, this is a perfect little activity and perfect little thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed sensory water bottles. Again, like I said earlier, attached to the activity plan, I have added different links so you could create different kinds of sensory water bottles. They just require different ingredients and more materials, I guess, but they're still equally as fun. So I hope you guys enjoy, have some fun, and get to create a fun sensory bottle. Okay guys, so for our last sensory art, we're going to make a sensory bag. And just like I did for the sensory water bottles, or sensory bottles, I have linked some other types of sensory bags you guys can create, which are equally as fun, they're just different. So I'm going to start by sharing what materials you will need, and then I will go through step by step what you guys should do. Okay, so we're going to need food coloring again, some shaving cream, a bag. You can use any size bag you want. I'm using a sandwich bag for this one, just because it was what I found in my pantry, and it will work just fine. You guys could also use a gallon size bag, a quart size bag, or a sandwich bag. Whatever you guys are feeling, and whatever you think will work best with the materials that you have, or amounts of materials that you have. And then lastly, you will need some tape. I would recommend duct tape or thick tape, something that sticks heavily, sticks good, and can fold over, so that way nothing will pop out of this when you are squeezing and mixing your ingredients. Yeah. But other tapes you could use would be like painter's tape. I'm just using Scotch masking tape. You could use any other of the glue tapes, packing tape. It is up to you guys, again, on what you guys have at your homes. So for the first thing you're going to do is open your bag nice and big. I'm going to prepare my materials, so that way I don't have to really try and stop and pause and try and get everything ready while trying to hold this bag. I know there's two of you guys, or sometimes you're able to partner up, so it might be easier. If someone holds the bag and does one thing, and then you guys can switch, so one person can hold the bag and pour in the shaving cream, and then the next person can hold the bag and the other person can put in the food coloring. But it's up to you guys, or you guys can create your own. So I'm going to open my bag, take the lid off my shaving cream. Kind of a mess, I used it earlier. There we go. And pick out the colors of my food coloring and take the lids off. So I did blue for our water bottle activity, and as you can see, the oil and the water have separated again, so we're going to see what happens during this video, all mixed together. But this time I think I'm going to use pink and orange because they're fun colors. Again, I'm going to take the caps off of these so that they are prepared and ready to go when I need them, and place them on a paper towel. That way if something happens, they'll be okay. Perfect. So I am going to start by putting the shaving cream in here. It works best if you kind of get it low in here. Let's see. That way nothing blocks it. Let's see if I can get it. Spread out that way. This again is why I said it might be easier if there's two of you or one of you. Up to you, but I'm just going to push this in a little bit and smush it down with my fingers because it's hard to work with messy fingers. There we go. Okay. I'm going to push this down all the way. I feel like I would recommend filling it up about halfway. This makes you don't need it all filled, and then you can get the air out. I'm going to add a little bit more. Perfect. Now, shaving cream is done. Very nice. Bag of shaving cream. This is what I have. So the next step, after I wipe my hands, is to wipe your hands. If you got shaving cream on them. There we go. Next step is to add your food coloring. I'm going to wipe this off too, just because I can. There we go. Add your food coloring. And so like I said, I chose pink and orange. And I'm going to put them in 2 different sides. So this one is the pink. Drop. 2 drops. I put 2 drops of pink in here on this side. Now I'm going to put 2 drops of orange on this side. 1. Oh, that's a big drop. 2. I'm going to get all the air out. It's easier with the air out. And then you're going to close the bag. Okay. I feel like from this side you can see the colors a little bit more. So I have the orange and pink. And before we start squeezing this, you have to clean up your space and put the tape on. I'm going to clean up my space because I work best in a clean area. Put my pink in here. It is also important to clean up your space before moving on, so that way you guys can have all the time and enjoy playing with your activity, and afterwards you don't have to worry about cleaning up. It is also just good practice and something I highly recommend. Alright, takes a minute. Alright, everything's cleaned up. I'm now going to use my tape to tape off the top so nothing comes flying on out. Okay. Because my tape is thin, I'm going to double tape it. And on these bags, one side's a little bit shorter than the other. So this side with the green on it is the shorter one. So I'm going to start with this side and just tape it. That way I feel like I'm confident nothing will come out. And then I'm going to fold it over in a second. There we go. It's folding over. Perfect. Perfect. And we're just going to go like that. Alright, sweet. My tape job is not beautiful now, but it will definitely do the trick. And I'm just going to add one more layer here, and then we should be good to go. Okay. Okay, with the tape I feel secure, then nothing's going to be popping out of this bag, and I feel ready to start mixing and squeezing. So I think shaving cream just feels real good on your hands, but not everyone does. So this is a great alternative and a great way to keep your shaving cream for a while and being able to squeeze something. I don't know if you can see it, but the color is starting to come together. And it's kind of blend in parts of it. This one's up a little high, so we're going to see what happens there. Ooh, this side's looking good. Okay. You could add, I added 2 drops of each. So if you want more color or a little bit more brightness, you could probably add 3 or 4 drops of each. If you're using this amount of shaving cream. But 2 drops works, so altogether I used 4 drops of food coloring for this activity, and I think it is really cool and super fun, and I could probably squeeze this all day because it just feels awesome. Some of the other sensory bags ask you to put little items in there, like beads or buttons. You could also put little like plastic toys in there. I believe that is something you could also add to this. So before we end, I just kind of want to recap what we did. We created a sensory water bottle and a sensory bag. using different supplies, and both kind of have the same effect. It's supposed to be soothing and calming, and just kind of help if you need something to do. You can shake it and just watch the colors separate. Or if you need something to squeeze, it's supposed to kind of give those sensory input. So this one's good for tactile and feeling as this shaving cream moves around. It is also pretty cool for the colors because, as you can see, the colors are starting to blend and come together. So it's kind of fun to see that. And you can make it your own and make it super fun and unique. This one does the same thing kind of for your vision. The colors separate and it comes together to make cool colors. It also makes a cool sound. There are some that can make it different sounds too. So that is something, and it's just kind of a calming effect to watch it come apart and come together. Watch all the bubbles come to the top. And so that is a recap of what we did, and it is the reason we did it. I just wanted to provide you guys with some fun, different activities that also provide a sensory input. So have a great day, everyone. And I hope you guys had as much fun creating these activities as I did and are able to get a good use out of them. I definitely will be using these for a while. I think they'll provide a great sensory relief for me. So bye, and thank you everyone for tuning in.